to do another relax and paint project today, and I am going to um, use a foam plate today, and we're going to put some purples, and let's see, we want a little bit of neon purple, and this is a multi-surface color. So there's different neons, all right? And then I'm going to use some violet pansy, all right? And you can use light like lavender and violet pansy and darker ones, but what's important is that you realize with one stroke painting, that's floating medium, right? We can blend down all the colors to get multiple lavender colors and purple colors by how we load the brush. So I'm excited to share with you a little bit about some fun looks that we can do in the background. So I want to shade this a little bit. We're going to have some thicket. Let's put some thicket and some citrus. All right. And before we do anything, I want to show you that I like to tap this to spread it out so I have more edges to side load and next to. And if you don't know my terminology as we're working, I'll be sharing that with you. All right. So we're going to have a couple of stems that come up here. All right. So we'll have one stem in here. All right. Another stem over here. And then we have leaves that come out from here, okay? So I want this really light little shadow back in the background, okay? So to get that shadowing, I can use just a little bit of this neon looking color back here. And I've got my smaller mop brush, which is a 1/2 inch. This mop brush comes in a set of 2 sizes of mops on onestroke.com. If you're a member, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you are a member of One Stroke Advantage here on YouTube, then what happens is that you always get 20% off a new 20% coupon every month that you're a member. And you can use that off of anything you want to order. And I do lives. I try to do one once a week when I'm not travel teaching. And I give you different discounts there towards purchases. So check that out. All right, so this is going to be just shadowed in the background. And this is neon, so it does give a really vivid, pretty color in the background. But I'm going to come to medium here and just get a teeny bit of thicket. Let's get thicket and citrus and see this. This is the mop brush. I wet the mop brush first. It's goat hair, so it gives a really nice finish. I mean, smooth brush. I use a lot of scruffy brush work, but this is just giving you a shadow in the background. And I'm just on just white cardstock. You can use art paper. Okay, so this is just to give you a background, all right? And like I could come up here. Some of this will show. And believe it or not, this little mop brushes will get a really nice chisel. Okay. If you flatten it out, there we go. Okay, now what I like to do is I'm going to come in here with some floating medium and some violet pansy. Okay, and so what I want to do is I want to come up here and make the inside of the flower have some depth behind it. So it's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, and that's just going to make it have, like I said, a little bit of depth. And so I'm going to come up here with a little bit of white in that. Okay. And this is going to go to right there. This one's going to be bigger. Okay, now we're ready. So those are the background. And it'll make you look a little bit more artistic if you do that. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 12 flat, right? And I'm going to go back and forth. All right. And I'm going to come right in here and I'm leading with the dark edge. It's going first and I'm up on the chisel. So I'm coming down here. All right. And then I'm going to come right out here. And I come back here, flatten it. Okay. All right. And then I can come out here and actually even pick up a little bit of white. Okay. So look, citrus and sap. I mean, no, citrus and thicket. Okay. Now I can come here and do this smoother. I did it where I was trying to make it a little fancier, but we'll just do it smoother. All right. And so see the shadows in the background? All right. So I'm going to come right in here and add a few of these. All right. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. I'm going to pick up, see how I'm side loading next to the color? So this is going to go higher. This again, I'm pulling the dark down first, the thicket. So I'm pulling it this way. All right. All right. All right. Now look what happens here. I'm going to pick up some dark, some citrus. All right. We're going to come here, push down, and stand up and turn. Isn't that kind of pretty? We're going to come here, pressure, lift, pressure. All right. And that looks like it's coming towards me a little bit. Side low white, pressure. So this is on a number 12 flat. And this little guy should look like he's a little bit in the back, and this one's taken over in front here. Okay. Okay. Isn't that kind of pretty? Now, I'm going to get, this is an 8. All right. And what's going to happen is that I'm going to come up here and I'm going to get on it smaller than a 12. You can load the whole brush with one color, guys, and side load with a second color. All right. So we're going to come up here, side load white. And so the white is going to be right in here. More white. More white. So see, I don't get purple every time. That's where people get confused. Every once in a while, I'll dip more purple. Okay, I'm going to put some neon in here. Remember, we use that neon in the back. Well, I usually don't paint with the neon because the neon goes away when you double load it. All right, but I am putting a little bit to get that bright color. So what I do is I do the neon at the end. All right, so we're going to come here and come here. So watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm turning it, turning it. Okay, so look, now I can come in here and just touch the neon up. Yeah, that it's gonna pop. And when you see the finished picture, when you come in and watch this lesson, this neon looks really good in there. Okay, so now let's go over here. You will see some of these flowers closer, and so we can get more detail. Okay, so I'm going to come out here. Looks little blossoms. All right. So just a fun little project. All right. So there are some blossoms in here where it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's usually 5. 1, 2, 3. You know, I start to do stroke some of the blossoms. And then inside of these, I'm going to bring some white in here. Okay, so what we do need now is we're going to come in here with a neon. All right, here and there. A little bit in there. And I can add some little teeny centers. This is neon purple. It's a multi-surface. Go to onestroke.com and find out any of that. If you want to learn more one stroke, be sure that you watch practice strokes on Fridays. A new lesson comes out every Friday. It's the most watched one stroke. And I want you to know I'm picking up some yellow or citrus and just put some little dots in this because this is closer. But you can learn a lot about my technique and how to use the tools and brushes. All right, this one's a little bit further in the back, so I might just put some citrus in here. And I hope you enjoyed this. Please share, come to our Facebook group, Donna Dewberry's official one stroke group. You can see that right here about Donna. And I would love for you guys to join our Facebook group and share your painting. You do have to answer the questions because some people try to not answer the questions. That's how we know if you're a real person. So please answer and come join us and figure out what you can do. Look at that shadow in the back. Isn't that fun? All right, I hope you enjoyed this. It can be a larkspur, it can be any kind of stock flower you want it to be, and make it any color you want it to be. So if you're all into pinks and neon pinks or reds or blues, this is a really fun project for that. Thanks for being on with me today. I'll see you next time.